Roberts down here, who wrote a thesis entitled A Comparison of Laboratory Feeding Rates with In Situ Capture of Drift Algae by the Red Urchin, and I will not try to pronounce that name either, I'll leave that to you, again under sponsorship of Professor Martin. And I don't want you to think that he's the only one who's working on this department, but it looks this way this small. And Spencer is graduating summa cum laude. Congratulations, Spencer.
So I did my research this summer up on San Juan Island in Washington at the University of Washington's Friday Harbor Laboratories. And I was studying Strongylocentris franciscanus, the red urchins, the biggest urchin in the world. They get about this big without the spines and everything, and you can live for like 200 years. And they're really fascinating. So you can see how big they get in this picture. Here's me with a wheelbarrow of urchins. It's kind of distorted. I'm not actually that ripped. So what I did was I tried to replicate findings from other studies that showed feeding preferences of urchins in the laboratory. So here's my array, urchins all feasting on different kinds of algae. And then we also tried to observe these feeding preferences in the wild by stealing kelp that urchins were catching out of the current. And so, here are my urchins in their lavatory, and here's me throwing them back. And so, right. Oh yes, and so what we found was that urchins are picky eaters, and out in the wild they sort of have to take what comes to them, but there are a few things that they seem to be discarding, so maybe downstream other grazers get less nutritious food, essentially. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone in my acknowledgement section for this paper. Andy for helping advise me, Barbara for being on the committee, and all of my awesome teachers I've had through the years, my parents, my brothers, my girlfriend Mallory, and all of my classmates. Way to go, team.
All right.